Guys, I've been playing the multiplayer of Star Wars Battlefront 2 for about 6 hours. It's available on Origin Access as a trial, and so yeah, it's been good that I've been playing it. I pre-ordered the game as well so that I can get my review of the full game out on Friday. The game doesn't drop till Friday, but if you pre-order it you get it 3 days early, so I get my access tomorrow, which is going to be great, which means that you guys who are holding out to see whether you're going to buy it or not, you will definitely get my review on release day. I might even get it out at midnight on Thursday. If not, it'll certainly go out on Friday evening. So the big question is, because there has been changes since the beta when it was a total pay-to-win game, has the game been modified enough to now say that it isn't pay-to-win? No, no, no. The game is totally pay-to-win, and anyone that says it isn't is just lying. Let's be honest. I'm going to prove it in this video. For example, just by pre-ordering the game I got a gun that does twice as much damage as the base gun. So there's pay to win, totally done right now, right there, full stop. That's it, it's pay to win just off the fucking pre-orders. That's just on the weapons, but the weapons aren't the mainstay of this game, it's the star cards. The star cards are these cards that you get for your character, and you can equip 3 star cards to your character, and they are big boosts, and these are boosts that you collect for your class of character. They are specific to your class, and so you need to get these cards. Now, getting these cards is only done through loot crates, and it's random what you get in the loot crate, and you have to spend in-game currency on loot crates, and you don't get that much currency to buy that many star crates, so it's all a big gamble. And for the first, get this guys, the first 4 hours of this game I was playing without my pre-order bonuses. I never got one card out of any crates for my heavy class, so I was underpowered the entire time. Once I got my star cards, I was away. I was doing twice as much damage. I had lots of different ability buffs going on, and it made a big difference to my gameplay. Some of these cards give you a 40% damage increase on your spaceship. It's insane. These are like ridiculous. There's one of them for the heavy. As soon as I go into sentry mode, I'm being healed all the time. It's bullshit. They knock your cooling right down. They knock your health regen right up. It's absolute total pay to win nonsense. It's ridiculous. It has no place in a multiplayer game whatsoever. But the game, what I've learned is it's designed. The game is totally designed to place you with higher level characters. I was playing against guys level 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20 when I was level 4. And there was plenty people in. There was loads of different games going on, you know, but I seemed to be deliberately placed with these guys, and they were annihilating me. You know, they would be doing me in like about 2 seconds with their gun. My gun would take 5 seconds to kill them. So, you know, one-on-one I was losing every duel pretty much, because they had better weapons, better health regen, better armor, better everything, you know, because you can see that when they kill you, you can just see how many star cards they've got. These were having 3 star cards, one of them being epic, and a much higher tier weapon than me. So I didn't stand a chance. When my pre-order bonuses came through, I had a weapon the same as theirs, and I had my star cards. I did way better. Way better. I was taking people down much faster, well, literally twice as fast, because my weapon does twice as much damage. So pay to win is there. It's there for everyone to see. You can't deny that this isn't pay to win. It's total pay to win, and it's total bullshit. It's bullshit. It's getting worse, guys. We'll have to stop it by not buying these games. Stop buying them. It's as simple as that. You gotta stop buying them, essentially. Anyway, how does it actually play as a game, forgetting the pay to win bullshit that's in it? Well, you've got 14 multiplayer maps, I believe. You've got different multiplayer modes. You've got the big 20v20. I can't believe I'm saying big and then saying 20v20. 20v20 was always small to medium. Now it's big somehow. People forget that PlanetSide 2 exists. People forget that in 1996 we were playing Tribes 2 with 120 players. It's bullshit that now in 2016 big is somehow 20v20. I'm sorry, that's not big. That's fucking pathetic. But anyway, you have this 20v20 mode. Then you've got a 10v10 mode, which is just a boring map with 10v10 running around pew-pewing. Pretty much team deathmatch. Ultra boring. It's there for a small bite-size multiplayer. That's how they've kind of marketed that. It's bullshit. It's the lowest common denominator of multiplayer gaming. 10 people shooting each other with no fucking objective other than who wins the most. That's what we were doing 25 years ago. Can't we do something better now with all these multi-million-pound budgets? I guess not. What is good in this game is the Starfighter combat. That is really good fun. It is way better than it was in the 2015 version. The actual control is brilliant of your Starfighter. I like, again, the abilities on them as well, the lock-on, the missiles, the whole control system is great. The maps look fabulous, the sounds is great, and they are great fun. It's no XV TIE Fighter, but it is still really good fun until the loot crate people come along with the 40% damage and blow the shit out of you. There's a good video by someone doing that. They bought loot crates and pimped out the Starfighter and just annihilated everybody. It's bullshit. The 20v20 objective maps, if you want to, I don't know what they're actually called. They are pretty much fun. That's what I played the most of. The only downside to them is a lot of them are the same. They involve escorting or attacking a big vehicle that moves across the map. And, you know, there was a shit ton of missions that did that. And then if the said vehicle gets to where it's supposed to get to, it then transfers to an indoor, a bit like the map we got in the beta, and then it goes to indoors with choke points and that, which I do enjoy. I love the choke points in this game. You can have some really good battles there, and I did have fun. I'm not going to lie to you, it was really good fun at these choke points. There are ways around them if you look. The vast majority of people have the attention span of a goldfish and they just stick around the choke point like idiots. But these are the people that will love this kind of game. They just like them. Pew 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 die. Pew 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 kill you. Pew 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 die. Pew 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 kill you. Oh, this is great. Pew 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 die. Pew 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 kill you. I found the whole experience boring after I'm pretty much done with the game now. I'll do my review and then I'll never play it again. It's kind of what, 10 hours? And that's it. I just didn't find the maps engaging. I didn't find the gameplay engaging. I found it just pretty much running around like a headless chicken, shooting the opposite faction. There didn't seem to be any synergy. Every time I tried to flank, I got this message saying, oh, you're not allowed down there. I'm sorry, but you seem to have a brain. No, none of that. Get back in the middle and start fucking pew-pewing. That's what we do now. Go pew-pew. Stop trying to flank them and getting all strategic. That's gaming today, guys. It's just bullshit. Coming back to the pay-to-win, there's a really good video on GameSpot where they spent $100 on crates and pimped the out of their character with $100. It's well worth watching. There's a guy did a spreadsheet of how long it takes to unlock characters and sent it to DICE, and he reckons it's 40 hours just to unlock one of the main heroes or villains, because they cost 60,000 credits, guys. 60k credits, and loot crates are 4,000 credits. So, you know, just to unlock like Luke Skywalker is going to take you 40 hours unless you get your wallet out. It's so much bullshit. It's so much bullshit. Speaking of Luke Skywalker, they have brought back the Heroes v Villains mode, where you have 4v4 and you're just fighting as the heroes and villains of the game. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that in the first one in 2015. And it's in this one, so that's good. If you just want to play single player, there is a bot match in this. It's called Arcade, and you don't have to actually play against other people. You can set the matches up yourself. I couldn't seem to get more than 10 aside in that, and the AI was pretty poor, and the maps were pretty dull and boring, to be honest with you. But at least it's there, and you can tweak a lot of aspects of the game as well. So if you're not into multiplayer, you're going to buy it for single player. You'll get something like an 8-hour campaign and a bot match mode, and that's pretty much you're done for your £50. Wow. But if you're buying this for the multiplayer, then all you're going to get from what I've seen in my 6 or 7 hours playing the multiplayer is a giant pew-pew simulator. That's all you're going to get, which is totally pay to win, lacks any real depth, lacks any strategy whatsoever. It is just such a narrow, focused game. It also has X-ray vision, as this guy found out. It's just boring. I'm from a player who's used to big strategy maps and flanking the enemy and all that. It's kind of very, very sad playing this. It just is. It's sad that this is what we have in 2017 on these $100 million budgets. It's just, you can tell the game is all focused around greed and making as much money out of the player as possible, and that it's kind of like gameplay and fun just seems to be like a sideshow they've bolted on, and yeah, that'll do. What about crates? Make sure people are paired up against high level players. You know, let's get that in, because I'm sure that's a thing. I'll test that properly on Friday. I really will, because by then I'll be high level and we'll get a lot of the new people coming in, and we'll just see how often I'm paired against them, and there'll be plenty of people my level playing on Friday, so I'll be doing that test just to see how many lobbies I get in. I'll try and get to level 15 or 16 before Friday, and we'll do a bit of a test on that, and hopefully I'll be able to show you me absolutely melting them with my guns and abilities, and show you just how pay to win and horrible this game is. So there you go, guys. Very disappointed at Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer. It is not what it should be. It's kind of funny, because I was just thinking this before. If I'd come from another parallel universe, let's say, where the 90s and the noughties had existed, right, but that never existed in this universe, then I could forgive. Then I could kind of say, look, you haven't really seen good games, so I get that's why you're making this. You've kind of just come into it at this level, and so you don't really know what makes a good game, so I get it. But guys, I ain't from a parallel universe. We had Star Wars Battlefront in 2005, which is still way better than this. We had some great strategy first-person shooters in the 90s and in the noughties that had really good maps, really good flanking abilities, really good gameplay. Just, I mean, look at Wake Island. Look at fucking Wake Island in Battlefield 1942. I mean, look at the possibilities. Look at the strategic possibilities of Wake Island map. You know, look at was it Tobruk? I can't remember the name of the maps, but there was so many great maps with great strategic placement of bases and things like that that just made gameplay so much fun. I feel so sorry for gamers today who've never, and probably never will, experience these great gaming times, tribes and all of that. You've got this, and this is all you know. It's so sad. It's so sad, and I'm starting to think that we're never going to get these games. This is just going to get worse unless we stop buying them, unless we just say, look, we've got to shut down these, we've got to shut down this, guys. These need shutting down, because that's all you're going to get, and it's so fucking boring. I'll see you Friday with my full review of Star Wars Battlefront 2, but man, it's not looking good.